Welcome to a virtual tour of Mount Vernon, George Washington's estate and plantation. As we click on here, we go through what is the back door, which faces the road of Mount Vernon. Here we enter the main entry hall. On this virtual tour, you can left click on your mouse and it can give you a 360-degree view of what's going on in the home. As you look at the back door, which originally was the front of the home here in Mount Vernon, this right here is the Potomac River. This is where Washington's house sat, right here on the Potomac. This house has many significant historical attributes that come to the United States. The arrows here indicate will let you come into the room that they're by, or you can come over here and hit on these little target areas, like as this one gives wood graining, and you left click on that and it will give you some information regarding the home, its contents, or the historical significance of the piece that it is on. Okay, we'll exit out of that one. Oh, and there we go, finally. Sorry about that. The wood graining, it says the pine paneling on the first floor was installed during the initial enlargement of the mansion. Later in 1797, the paneling was grained or painted to imitate more expensive mahogany. A lot of this was done as the White House, the executive mansion, was not done, and for a lot of functions with dignitaries and people from other countries, President Washington would bring them actually to his estate. So let's go right here. We'll come back around. We'll go up and let's say right here. We'll go to the old chamber. You click on it, again, the arrow. It brings you inside. You can move around. 360-degree view again. We'll come through, look at this. We'll go back. And I'll come you out here and come out back this back stairwell. This is a very good site that I feel does have a lot of historical significance. I myself have spent many hours on this virtual tour. Click on it, the bed here. This is the actual bed. It shows that President Washington died in on December 14th, 1799. It talked about just the intricate carvings of the bed. It gives you a little background history and some things like that. We'll move back around. We'll go back out. We'll go 360 degrees here. We'll look and go see what's going on here. We'll hit on this right here. Let's see what's around. Let's go back out into the hall here. Again, another bedroom upstairs. And I think the one thing that is really interesting for me with this tour is that you can look with the high quality. You can also use your toolbar and you can use your scroll on the mouse to actually get in and see some of the intricate details that are associated with the house. There you go. Let's go back out. We'll zoom out. Go back out into the second floor passage. We'll go 360 back down the hallway. Here's something that I did like earlier on the tour. It just gives you really a neat sense of what is going on. We'll go up to the cupola. This right here was one of my favorite parts of the tour. It gives the whole cupola that you can see the whole estate from a 360 degrees for the whole estate. Again, this is really good. This right here is a great view of the Potomac River right here at the Washington estate. And give you a little background here on Washington's Potomac vision. This right here was a very strategic area where President Washington inherited this home and as well lived there. Gives you some historical significance of the Potomac. We come back around, it gives you some really great views again of things that are going on here, the house. Now we'll go right here and we'll just let the magic take us right down to the plaza in front of the estate. And again, you have a video here. Anything with a play button in it, that's a video that gives you some background information. When we hit a dot, it gives you some historical significance or what's going on with the property. And the up arrow takes you through the house itself. So let's go back. This is what now today you drive in and you come down the driveway. The road, the house faces what is the road now. But during President Washington's day, what we look and we consider the front was actually the back of the house. This right here is the front of the house. You can see the long, big sitting porch right here. They call it the piazza, and that is where visitors or travelers, as they were coming down through the hillsides, or at this time, you got to remember how much of the traffic and the people actually traveled by river. This right here was essentially the waterway, the passageway through the colonies. This right here is something that Washington and a lot of people would have traveled on. Again, just a great interactive video presentation that you can go through on this virtual tour. Like you can go, here we go, we'll go on down to the south lane. We'll go some areas here. The only thing that you do have to caution yourself about with this tour is actually looking up and realizing that you've spent 4 and 5 hours walking around and doing this. So anyway, it's a great way to get there, not spend some money, give some kids some background information, be able to tie it in, use some of it as far as some lesson plans. Here you go. Here's a great one, a great view there. Look at that sunset. I can only imagine what President Washington would have thought when he came home to this land. It had to be a great reprieve from the stress that he was feeling with the birth of this new nation. And then the view on the Potomac. This had to be the slice of heaven that Washington always wanted. In conclusion, this is definitely a site that I think would be beneficial to all social studies teachers, U.S. history teachers, and again, I can see why George Washington loved this land. Thank you.